Thank Nancy Wallet for participating. Alright, so coincidentally, you guys do have a master of ceremony tonight, and I think at this time, I think it'd be appropriate that I introduce her to you. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your MC and host for the rest of the evening, Nancy Wallet. Now guys, don't forget that attitude check throughout the evening.
Check 1, 2.
No, I heard attitude check!
Oh, I'm not ready to sit. Nancy, please stand up.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Family, friends, and loved ones. Welcome to Jerry and Danny's nuptial dinner reception. Woohoo! My name is Nancy. For those of you who don't know me, I was Jerry's first sister-in-law. So that entitles me to Nancy number 1. Because there is another Nancy Wallet. Denny's wife, Nancy Wallet. I am very honored to have been asked to be the MC by these handsome grooms. Now, Jerry Jackson Wallet and Danny Jerome Jackson both would like to extend their thanks for attending their marriage celebrations today. I would like to start in saying a few words and introducing the wedding party. So we'll start with the young people. The flower girl. Isabella, you want to stand up? Isabella Berabzino. You can stay at the This beautiful little girl is 6 years old. She is Jerry's great niece. My grandchild, of course, and the daughter to Chantal and Jerry Berardino. She did a wonderful job, so let's hear it for Isabella. The ring bearer is Caleb Banville. Where's Caleb? Can he come up with his grandma? This handsome boy is only 3 years old. He is Jerry's great nephew. Well, not great nephew, but he's a cousin. Son of Mark and Terry Banville. He is the grandson of Angèle and Brian Lalonde. He did a fantastic job too. Let's hear it for Caleb. As for the sign, here comes the grooms. These two beautiful young girls, Annabelle and Audrey Piet. Please come up. Annabelle is 8 years old and Audrey is 5 years old. They are the daughters of Angie and Adrien Piet and the granddaughters of Angèle and Brian Lalonde. They also did a fabulous job. Let's hear it. Okay.
Good job.
Now, matron of honor, please stand. Pauline Piché-Vaughan. It's been said that Pauline is chosen for her ability to outthink, outrun, anyone who stands in the way of a smooth-running wedding. In Pauline's case, she is also Jerry's cousin. They always shared similar interests in careers and in men. Let's hear it for Pauline. The best man, Denis, would you stand up? Denis, who is one of Jerry's younger brothers. Besides being an artist, he is a guitarist and a singer. He works full-time for the Sisters of St. Joseph and has a sideline, part-time dancer. I hear he does very well at that. Now, didn't he sing that Hallelujah just great? Fantastic. They share a special bond as brothers. Jerry was Denis' best man at his wedding. He also assures us he really is the best man. We can't wait for his speech and wise counsel. Let's hear it for Denis. Now the first bridesmaid, Claire Bougie. Stand up. Jerry has known Claire since they were in kindergarten together. Growing up during those school years, Jerry and Claire would get in trouble for passing notes to each other in class. They also played teacher and student and danced together during school dance recitals. Jerry and Claire have always remained the best of friends, and to this day she continues to call him Toon. Let's hear it for Claire. The second bridesmaid is Linda Arsenault-Graham. She has known Jerry since they were at Nativity Grade School together as well. Linda kept in close contact with Jerry, and as she studied cosmetology in Toronto, where Jerry had relocated for several years, Jerry trusted Linda completely, and one day he allowed her to wax his back. Ouch! That didn't go so well. Let's hear it for Linda. Our third bridesmaid has known Jerry since they were in grade school as well, Nicole Gregory. They have been close-knit friends ever since, so let's hear it for Nicole. Now, to end the list of bridesmaids, boy, did he have a lot, eh? I am proud to introduce you Linda Lozon there, who has been a close friend of Jerry's since they were in kindergarten also. So put your hands together for Linda. So as you can see, Jerry's bridesmaids have shared a lifelong friendship and have journeyed many happy moments together. First groomsman, Claude Ouellette. Would you stand up? Jerry's youngest brother, also known by the family members as Tikkun. Growing up together, Jerry would hold Claude's hand and take him to the Dairy Queen and share those special moments together. As they grew to be young adults, Claude, Denis, and Jerry shared a home while living in Toronto. This certainly strengthened their bond as brothers. Let's hear it for Claude. Second groomsman is Fern Ouellette, Jerry's oldest brother. Fern and Jerry have always always shared a strong brotherly bond and always shared good conversations together. A big hand for our second groomsman. Our third groomsman, Patrick Marleau. Patrick? Has known our groom Jerry all his life. Patrick lived across the street. They grew up together. The Marlows were always part of his life while growing up in the East End. Let's have a big hand and applause for Patrick. Our last but not least groomsman is Mathieu Ouellette. He is Jerry's nephew as well as his godson. He has grown up to be quite a young man, and Jerry is very proud of him.
What a dancer!
He is an apprentice plumber, and I heard that he is a good one at that. He is also a skateboard extraordinaire. Jerry is so happy that he agreed to be one of his groomsmen. Let's put our hands together for his guest. Now, would Mike Larkin stand up, please? Now, for this special person who walked Jerry down the aisle, we have Mike Larkin, also known as Le Cute and Menotti Mike. He is Jerry's godfather as well as his uncle. He is known by all his nephews and nieces as the uncle who loves to play jokes on everyone. Menotti Mike has been Jerry's sounding board his entire life. He provided Jerry with advice, wisdom, support, encouragement, and above all, endless love. Put your hands together for Mike Larkin.
I'm used to being abused.
Now for the grooms. Don't they just look fabulous? Now, a little background on Danny. He is the youngest of 8 children and grew up in the countryside. I heard that growing up, he often got himself in trouble. This one day, his mom sent him to pick vegetables and pick tomatoes with his sisters Sharon and Daisy. But on the way back home, they ate half the basket of tomatoes. So when the mom asked them what happened to the tomatoes, they replied they didn't know. But they were carrying the evidence that the tomato juice splattered all over their t-shirts. Well, kids being kids, right? Their dad always took their part. The mom would get upset. She had an old saying that she would say all the time about the dad. I love him to death, but I would kill a dead tree over him. So Danny, he was in the church choir, and he was the best dresser in high school. That I know, he told me. And well, that's all I have for now. But Danny, welcome to the family. We love you. Now for Bosco. Jerry. That's what we call him in the family. Growing up, Bosco was always family oriented, and he still is today. That's why he wanted all of you here, his family and friends, to celebrate with him on this special day. It meant a lot to him. I remember him always being at Mimere Larkin's. If you were looking for him, that would be the first place you would look. That's where he spent his time. He loved helping the Mayor Larkin and his Aunt Alice. He would be doing things for them and even gave them their insulin shots. He was still quite young at the time. I remember when Chantal and Joelle were born, he loved to babysit them. So one day we were living on Burton. My car was on the street and I wanted to bring it in the driveway. Bosco said, "Oh, I'll do it." You remember? He didn't have his license yet. I asked, "Well, you know how to drive?" He replied, "Sure." So I knew boys always fooled around with cars. Even if they were young, they knew how to drive, you know. So I said, "Okay." Chantal, who was only a couple of years old, was in the car. So, oh my God. He stepped on the gas so hard the tires squeaked and the car like jerked and went past my house. And down the road he went, the street. Stopped a couple of houses down. My heart jumped in my throat. And down the road I ran after him yelling, boy, did I scold him. I was so relieved that nothing had happened. I opened the car door and said, you never drove before, did you? He replied, no, but if I would have told you, you wouldn't have let me drive. Oh, boy. Needless to say, he grew up to be a very responsible man. He studied hard, got his nursing degree, and today he took how successful look how successful he has begun. Became, I should say. My gosh, DePau. I want to wish you both a lifetime of love and joy, surrounded by family and friends who love you and hope that all your wishes do come true.
Thanks, Nancy.
I think the supper should be about ready to be served.
No, Mike, can I say a word now, Mike?
So, a wedding is a joyous occasion where friends and family gather to celebrate love and in doing so, share a meal. I believe the food is now ready and dinner will commence shortly. Let us hear a few words, a prayer of thanks for God's grace. Can I have a moment of silence, please, as I call on Sister Aurora Larkin, Jerry's aunt, to lead us in prayer.
My sister.
Lord God, creator of the universe, we come as family and friends to give thanks. We give thanks for Bosco and Danny, who created this moment in time to bring us together to celebrate love, friendship, and commitment. We give thanks for the joy and happiness to be gathered as family, reunited from east to west and from north to south. We give thanks for the many gifts you have endowed on Danny and Bosco, and we believe that your deepest desire for them is a future filled with hope. May you grant them the grace to live fully this future with fidelity, gratitude, and generosity, trusting in God's provident care. May we remember the people who cannot attend this gathering because of distance or health or resources. And let us take a minute to remember the people who cannot attend, who have died, and remember family and friends, thanking them for the influence they had on Danny and Bosco's lives and on all our lives. And I would invite you to name these people, because we all have a member of family or friend who have died. Let's take time to bring them up. I'd like to bring my mom and dad. Margaret.
Cecile, Ray, Patrick,
Patrick.
Ernest.
Ernest. Cécile. Ma tante Sora. Ma tante Alice. Raymond Larkin. Silou Bré. Le docteur Sally, Dr. Deslauriers. I'm sure for people of faith, I'm sure that all these people in God's heaven are looking down on us and celebrating with us. And so we give them thanks. And we continue in thanksgiving for the food we are about to receive. And may we be mindful and thankful to those who have planted the crops, to those who have cultivated the fields, to those who gathered the harvest, to those who prepared the food, and to those who will serve us. May we also be mindful of those who go hungry and reminded that we are called to feed them in whatever way we can. And so, gracious God, bless each and every one gathered around these tables, and may our conversation this night bring joy, pleasure, and comfort. May your generous blessings descend upon Bosco and Danny, and may the statement of their lives together bring them to witness faith, hope, and compassionate love in all their undertakings. Amen, and bon appetit.
Don't wait till 1 o'clock.